On June 13th of 2013, I had an AVM fistula stroke and had a bunch of grand mal seizures. That was the indication, so they rushed me to the local hospital, and after a couple of days there, they realized they couldn't handle it and sent me to New York Presbyterian. When I was released from New York Presbyterian, I came right to Helen, inpatient for 7 weeks. Occupational therapy was, about using my arm and teaching me to function with my left arm, which is, was never affected. Other than that, it was very weak because I now spent, a month laying in bed for the better part of it, unconscious without using it. So when I woke up, my left arm was not affected by the stroke, but it was still very weak. So they were teaching me, how do you get a shirt on? How do you get a pair of pants on? Teaching me different devices that I could use to pick things up off the floor, to put my socks on. The most important thing that they did, and it took a while to work up to this, but they taught me to walk. And at first there was a brace that went up to my mid-thigh, and now I've graduated to a brace that's just below my knee. But even though most of the muscles in my leg aren't communicating with my brain, okay, I still have full feeling. It's just a question of getting the connection from the brain to my muscles. My brain doesn't know that the muscles are there. So even though I still don't have that back yet and am determined to do it, I can walk with a cane, with a brace. It's very slow, and I prefer to have someone walking right next to me, even though I've been experimenting with walking around the house on my own, little bits at a time. But what we worked up to from September of 2013, until now, was teaching me to walk on my own. And to me, that was the most significant thing. I mean, we've done a lot of things in therapy to that end, but some of the tools that I've used in physical therapy are the e-stim bike, which is essentially where you hook electronic stimulators to all the major muscles in your leg, and then you sit on a bicycle, and it looks like a stationary bicycle like you'd see in a gym, except that the bicycle's working on its own, and the electronic stim is teaching your leg what it would do if you were using it to cycle on its own. So that's part of the wellness program. Here, there's a team environment, and even though you only get assigned to one therapist, other therapists are watching you when they don't have a patient, and they will make suggestions. They'll step in. Colleen, my physical therapist, frequently asked for ideas and help from the other physical therapists and said, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? Do you think she's ready for the leg brace? Do you think, and they would come in and they would give their opinions and their help. And so to me, that's what makes it the most special place. I don't know how many places you would find that where it's a team effort. I was here, got wheeled in on a gurney and inpatient, and look at me today. That's a massive improvement, and that's just 17 months of therapy. So what'll it be a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now? And it gives me a lot of hope and a lot of joy to think about that. I'm determined to be back the way I was before. And because of Helen Hayes, it's, it's given me the hope that I can. This is a terrific place. It's done a lot for me.